Spring has sprung, which means spring cleaning and seasonal recycling. Here to walk us through what we can and can't recycle is Macy DeMoss. She is the recycling and waste reduction educator with the city of Greensboro. Now, she is also taking your recycling questions. Be sure to text those to the number on your screen there, 336-379-5775. Okay, first let's talk about Easter. What is recyclable and what isn't?
Okay, so Easter was just this past weekend. I've got some examples here of what you might have and wondering if it's recyclable or not. So Easter baskets, in general, Easter baskets are not recyclable. So you're gonna, if they're like broken or you can't reuse them or donate them, you're gonna throw them away. The same thing goes for Easter eggs. So maybe you had an Easter egg hunt. If you're gonna throw them away, we always encourage you to reuse them. But if you're gonna throw them away, they will go in the trash. You'd be so surprised at how many Easter eggs we see running through the recycling center in the month after Easter. So these are going to go in the trash. And then any kind of like candy wrappers that you have, I've eaten all this today. Oh, more than this actually. All these candy wrappers are going to go in the trash as well. So basically all these Christmas decor, all that type of stuff is not recyclable.
I love this because I have these questions all the time. Okay, some people might be thinking about their gardens. Are planted pots recyclable?
Yeah, so like these types of planters, any type of planter that you get, like flowers or whatever, it could be a bigger pot or just like these tiny ones. All of these are not recyclable in your bin at home. You can take some of these to different places like the farmers market on Sandy Ridge Road, the Piedmont Triad Farmers Market will take them back. Farmers will reuse them and they also take them off to be recycled. You can also return them to other local farmers markets, or maybe the place that you bought them will take them back, and then they can be reused that way.
Oh, that's really cool. I did not know that. Okay, we've talked a lot about non-recyclable items. What should we actually be recycling?
Yeah, so this spring, you're doing your spring cleaning, whatever. The things that you actually should recycle are plastic. Well, we'll start with plastic. So this one is the trickiest. Plastic bottles. So like soda bottles, shampoo bottles, anything else in a bottle like mustard, ranch dressing, that all comes in a bottle. All of those are recyclable. Plastic tubs. So like this big yogurt tub, sour cream tub. And plastic jugs. So that's like milk jugs, laundry detergent jugs, anything like that. So plastic bottles, tubs, and jugs. And then paper and cardboard, which is like cardboard boxes here, or just paper. So paper and cardboard, lots of variations of paper and cardboard, but that's the basics of it. And then metal, food, and drink cans. So that was just a lot. I'll go back over it. Paper and cardboard, metal food and drink cans, and plastic bottles, tubs, and jugs, and that is it for recycling.
That is super helpful though. I love the examples so we can actually see them, because I know I've been there where I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Okay, so you do have some events that are coming up. I want you to talk about Recycle Rodeo. What can people bring to Recycle Rodeo?
Yeah, so the Recycle Rodeo is coming up this weekend. It is on Saturday from 9 until 2. And you can bring a lot of different stuff. It is at Pilot Elementary School. You can bring things like hazardous waste like gasoline. Maybe you change the oil in your car. That would be considered a hazardous waste. Any paint, chemicals, anything like that you can bring to the Recycle Rodeo. Aerosol cans like spray paint. You can bring pressurized tanks, kind of like propane tanks if you need to get rid of those. Batteries. Any type of electronic waste, which could be like an old Keurig maker, or it could be like an old cell phone or laptop. You can bring those, and then the batteries that are in them too can be recycled. So you can bring all of that stuff to the Recycle Rodeo, along with 5 boxes of sensitive documents to be shredded. This is first come, first serve, especially on the shredded paper, because a lot of people bring their paper. They're lining up early, so just make sure that you know that it's first come, first serve on that. The trucks do fill up sometimes.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like that's usually a really popular one, is the shredding. So with that being said, what should we consider sensitive documents that we should be bringing with us?
Okay, yes, because they do fill up so quickly. We want to make sure that we are actually bringing sensitive documents. You don't need to bring your magazines or your junk mail or anything like that. We just want sensitive documents, maybe your tax information or anything that had like your social security card information on it that you want to shred. You can bring that, but all the other stuff like, just like something you drew on, we don't want that type of stuff because we don't want to fill up the truck. We want to reserve it for sensitive documents only.
Why can't shredded paper be recycled normally?
Oh, yes, great question. Okay, so I have a jar of shredded paper here. As an example, I actually broke it. But this goes everywhere at the recycling center like confetti. When they're trying to sort it, it cannot make it into the paper pile. It is basically too small to be recycled, and it just goes everywhere. But at the recycle rodeo, we kind of cut out the middleman of the recycling center, and it just goes straight to a paper recycler instead of having to be sorted. So it is technically recyclable. We just can't process it to be recycled in your normal curbside bin.
Huh. I'm learning so much over here. I think this is
Yeah.
really cool. Okay, so what happens to the styrofoam that's dropped off?
Okay, yeah, so you can also bring styrofoam to be recycled, and that goes to Tiny House, and it's through the foam recycling partnership in Greensboro. So it's not technically through the city of Greensboro, but we want to definitely advertise it and get it out there because it's such a great project. It goes to their location on Gate City Boulevard. They process it, send it off to be made into things like picture frames, crown molding for houses, and then the proceeds come back to help people who are experiencing homelessness. And all those proceeds go towards tiny homes.
Wow, that is incredible. Again, I'm learning so much. Hopefully you guys at home are also learning so much. We're gonna keep taking questions and also, of course, answering the simple ones, but we're gonna come right back and we'll be back.